What's good, sports gamers? And today I've got a few tips for you on improving your interior defense so you're not giving up easy buckets like you're the Phoenix Suns out here. So alright, let's get it. The two areas you must get right to achieve this is having better post defense and knowing how to slow down ball handlers penetrating into the paint. And we're going to start with post defense, and first off, having good positioning. When the big man gets the ball down low, he can do a bunch of things, so you must be as neutral as possible until he shows you what's up by being in a defensive stance, which you can achieve by holding the left trigger on your controller. And by doing that, you're spread wider to defend against any move he chooses to do against you. Now if he begins to start to back you down, you lean into him with the left stick as soon as he does it to counter him and hold your ground. But also let go of the left stick once his bump animation is finished, or else you're still leaning into him and you're vulnerable to one of the more popular post moves, the spin. Now if they did the spin and they didn't trigger the spin animation that completely leaves you in the dust, you're still able to defend this by sliding with him with the left stick to block his path. And if you do it right, you'll be able to still be properly positioned to contest any shot he does put up. Now another thing you must have when playing post defense or just defending the paint in general is patience. If your opponent knows you go for every fake, yeah, you might get 4 or 5 blocks, but they will also light you up for all the times you miss time to leap. So instead of being button happy, get into a habit of holding the right stick up to get your hands up as an interior defender. Doing this will always have you in good position and lower the ball handler's chance of making a shot if you're still in front of them as well. Now that I've said this though, there are times where you can sneak in some block attempts, and that's from the good old one pump fake and up move everybody does in the post. You know, once your opponent enters the paint, if they pump fake one time, odds are they're going right back up with it almost immediately to avoid a 3-second call, and they get the shot up before you can react. So anticipating such a move will put you in a good spot to get some swats, while if they go up on the first shot, because your hands were up, you'll still be fine there as well. Now lastly, knowing what to do against penetrating guards or forwards is even more important. Let's say the point guard gets by you and you're left with your one guy versus their two. Now this is a situation you want to consistently flip things and make it as hard as possible on them to score by going against expectation. Most who are in this situation instinctually want to bait the defender over to dump it off to the big for a quick 2. So it's important for you to know this and click onto that defender to muck this up a bit by getting in between the ball handler and the big to either get an easy steal if they throw it, or if they do go with the ball themselves, because you're super patient, you're able to bother their shot as well. Don't worry about giving up a mid-range shot at this point. Your goal is to cause much uncertainty in an otherwise money situation for the offense as possible. Alright sports gamers, hope you enjoyed the video. And if you have any tips to help your fellow gamers with their interior defense, let us know in the comments down below. And stay tuned here at Sports Gamers Online for more NBA 2K19 content. So make sure to subscribe if you haven't. And once you're with us, hit that bell icon at the bottom so you don't miss anything we put out. I'm Chris. Thank you all for watching. I'll be good, y'all.